Well, I apologize, everybody. I'm late, just like Tanner. Actually, it's 5:30. I guess I'm not that late. Um, I was actually caught up building something out, trying to put everything together in a slideshow. That way it's easier for everybody to see. So just give me a moment. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Really appreciate it. It was a crazy week this week. Got big tech earnings, got some big earnings this week, and then we're going to see how everything plays out headed into Nvidia. That's really the way it's going to round out, Broadcom and Nvidia. And I got to tell you, I'm pretty bullish for Nvidia right now. I'm going to explain why. So I just want to chop something up real quick. Give me a moment. So I think it's going to be a lot easier if I oh, why didn't it pay? Hold on, give me one sec. All right. So this should be, I'm just going to ramble for a moment while I get this done. I apologize, I lost track of time, but I think it's better if I don't show spreadsheets and I show it in a PowerPoint. It's going to be easier for everybody to say. All right. All right. We're going to see how this works out. Yeah, I think that'll be easy. All right. So let's do this. Let's start with where we are with capex. Sorry, I got a lot of things open at the moment. Bear with me. All right. Let me bring this to stage. Keep in mind, I just do a lot of research. I'm not a financial advisor, not an investment professional. Use everything I say as part of your research. Don't make any decisions based on what I say. Do your own due diligence, please. So capex is actually incredible right now. So we're in the TTM, and we got one more quarter, and I went through the earnings calls and put together a line for what is actually expected. I'm going to give you guys some numbers on this. So in 2024, the big four, Amazon, Microsoft, Alphabet, and Meta, they allocated $217 billion toward capex. That was a 55% year-over-year increase as they added $77 billion to their capex allocation. So far, in the trailing 12 months, they have allocated just under $330 billion, just the four of them. They've added, or if you want to look at it like this, they've increased their spend by $112.5 billion. That's incredible. It's a lot of capital. It's a 52% year-over-year increase. Before I go on, does anybody have any gripes with Apple phones? I got to tell you, I love my iPhone. I absolutely love it. But the battery is so bad. I swear to God, once the new phone came out, I swear to God, my battery stopped holding a charge well. Does anybody else feel like this, or am I just absolutely crazy? It is a lot of milk. Maybe I spilled milk on it. I don't know. I feel like I'm having to charge it way more often. All right. So here we go with the capex numbers. Expected for the year. Now, keep in mind, Microsoft is going to be a different number, TTM and 2025 expected, because they don't report on a calendar year. Their calendar year is actually July to June. So Microsoft's full 2025, and then the expected now from Meta, Alphabet, and Amazon is now $355 billion. The combination of these four companies is expected to increase by 63% year over year. They're expecting to add $137 billion to their capex allocation for 2025. And this doesn't even include what they're going to announce next quarter when they report. It's absolutely wild. You know what, Matt? I sent you a message on WhatsApp because you said you were traveling. You didn't respond. Let me double check that you didn't respond. Yeah, you didn't respond. 508, I sent you a message, sir. 508. You didn't respond. You told me to use WhatsApp instead of the phone. I used WhatsApp. I'm going to say you don't care about me. That's what I'm going to say, Matt. So if you want, you're more than welcome to come on. Happy to talk with you. So let me know. You know what? We're just going to send Matt a link, and let's see if he actually comes on. Let's see if Matt wants to hang out for a while instead of having tea and crumpets. Inside joke. All right, Matt, check your X. So this is, to me, very bullish NVIDIA. And I want to go through some numbers real quick. So bear with me. I have a whole thing of notes that I put together. So wait, did he respond? I'm going to go to sleep. Matt Money, you don't need sleep. You can hang out for 30 minutes. You can hang out for 30 minutes. Come on. Water's warm. Peer pressure. Peer pressure. All right, we'll see. He probably does need his sleep, but you know what? I think champions can power through. Matt's a champion, so let's see. So I went through all the earnings reports because I'm a nerd. Hold on. I'm actually having tea right now, Matt. Your favorite English breakfast. Only tea to drink. So when I look at what these companies produced on cloud, it's really incredible. And I feel like the key battle is now shifting from simple cloud adoption to a war in who can more effectively and profitably deliver generative AI services. That's where this is headed. And here's the numbers. AWS from Amazon reported $33 billion in revenue in Q3. This is our calendar year Q3. Oh, look at this. So I just got a notification that somebody hopped in. Looks like he's in a much different room. I got a good story to tell you, Matt. Are you ready for this story?
You think you're better than me?
Before I go on with my whole thing, are you ready for this story?
I don't know. What do you think of the green the quarter zip though? It's new.
What do you mean?
A market green quarter zip. What do you think?
I can barely tell.
Huh?
If you put your camera a little lower, I can only see your shoulders.
How low do you want me to go, Steven?
I mean, let's not do anything inappropriate, sir.
Am I wearing pants? Do you want to get yours?
I don't want to know.
There you go.
I do like it. I think that the dark green quarter zip with the light green button-down shirt is a great combo, actually. I like it.
I saw somebody wearing dark green suit jacket the other day, and I was like, that looks like straight money. And they had nice khakis on. And I was like, that looks like straight money. I couldn't find one, so this is as good as it gets.
I love it. I love it. So are you ready for a hilarious story?
Yes.
So I'm at my parents' house yesterday, and I'm talking with my dad, and he was asking me why that guy has a punching bag in his room. I'm like, it's not a punching bag. He's like, yes, it is. I'm like, it's not a punching bag. He thought I was messing with him when I told him it wasn't, right? And he truly thought it was a punching bag.
That's so funny.
Like, I'm not even messing with you. It was hilarious. I'm like, Dad, it's not a punching bag. I was like, I'm to blame because I started that joke, but he had a sweatshirt in the corner of his room, and still to this day, he won't admit that he did on purpose to troll everybody. And I said, there's no way he didn't do it on purpose.
I didn't
I know you say you didn't. I know you say you didn't, but I think you did.
You're right, Steven.
Oh, it's hilarious.
You guys are fun.
Hilarious.
So what are we buying?
Yeah, I died laughing.
It is pretty funny. I'm glad your dad supports you and watches the show. That's awesome.
He actually likes all you guys.
He's a good guy. He's got good humor.
He's a good role model.
What does he think of the milk gang?
He thinks it's out of control.
I think it's hysterical.
He thinks it's out of control. Like he doesn't even know what to say about it.
That's great.
Like to the point where he started calling me milkman.
I like it. I like it.
Out of control.
Somebody said I look like one of the Trump kids. What? Oh God.
I'd like to have their money, I'll tell you that much.
Hey.
Wouldn't suck. Wouldn't suck. So you having fun over there, Matt?
Yeah, got in about 11 hours ago. And then hit the tube, got to where I'm at, and checked in. So it's been nice.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. A good role model.
I do look like a Trump kid. Jesus. I don't know if I'm winning the stock draft. Am I winning the stock draft?
Dude, I'm getting slaughtered.
It's still a lot of time left.
A lot of time left. A lot of time left. All right. So, we're going to get back to cloud real quick. I'm going to go through some numbers and we're going to see what Maddie thinks. So, AWS, 33 billion revenue, 20.2% year-over-year growth, 11.4 billion operating income. And Azure, 30.9 billion in intelligent cloud, growth 40%. Absolutely incredible. And then you got Google Cloud, 15.2 billion segment revenue, 34% growth. Absolutely crazy. So some critical statistics on all three. So Andy Jassy, CEO of Amazon, highlighted that AWS is now operating at 132 billion annualized revenue run rate, and the reacceleration was fueled by stabilizing cloud optimization trends and a surge, keyword surge, in demand for generative AI services. AWS remains the undisputed market leader in revenue and profitability, while its future backlog, crazy number coming up, future backlog of future deals climbed to 200 billion.
Not bad.
200 freaking billion in backlog of deals.
Azure was better, but 200 billion, you can't complain with that.
Let's go. So we're going to go to Azure right now. So intelligent cloud, 30.9 billion. The demand was reflected in the remaining performance obligations, which surged. Okay. Their backlog, 51% to $392 billion. $392 billion.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. So Google Cloud grew 34% year over year to 15.2 billion, and their backlog grew to 155 billion. So now you have...
I thought that was the most impressive out of all of them.
Right. So now you have, to do simple math, because we're simple people, 400 for Microsoft, 200 for AWS, bringing you to 600, and then 155, we'll call it 150 because I rounded up on the other one, 750 billion in backlog between the three. Does that sound
I feel like it's going to only get even crazier in the fourth quarter.
Does that not sound like we're actually increasing spend and this party ain't stopping?
I think we got some time for sure. I mean, people are putting a lot of money into it. I mean, it's got to go somewhere.
It's incredible. So here's where I am on the camp, and I actually want to show off some numbers. Oh man, you're lowering the camera. Don't go too low, Matt. You may have people get a little excited.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to go back to the PowerPoint. And I want to make this a little bigger. This was a good idea, putting it on PowerPoint. I think that's more legible than looking at a spreadsheet. All right. I don't think that this is an expensive market anymore. I really don't. I think there are names that are very expensive. I think that there are companies that if they got cut in half, nobody would really think any sort of way about. But I don't think it would hurt the market because companies like freaking SMR or Oklo, they have nothing to do with big tech. So them getting cut doesn't matter. Meta right now is trading at under 20 times forward earnings. So you have Meta trading at basically the same valuation as Coca-Cola. Let's be honest, that's kind of crazy. And then Alphabet and Microsoft are trading at under 24 times 2027 earnings. That's crazy to me. And what's even crazier is that you got Nvidia, Amazon, Apple all trading under 30 times when Walmart and Costco are trading at 31 and 37 times 2027 earnings. I don't think that this is an expensive market. I really don't. And I think that this has got legs. We got a China deal last night. And with all the backlog, I think this market goes higher.
Why isn't Costco more expensive?
You know, Costco's been taking a little bit of a hit. I'm a little happy. I'm not going to lie. I don't like seeing people lose money, but Costco is very overvalued. I still think that they're overvalued. I think Costco is a phenomenal company, but these prices don't make sense to me. Like, if you're willing to pay 45 times this year's earnings for Costco instead of 25 times for Meta, like, that's to me crazy. But
yeah, I mean, Costco down from a high of 1,076 in February.
Yeah, I think it's going to go. I think it's going lower. That's just me. So and there are companies that I think are overvalued right now. Broadcom being why you can't really. All right, I thought it was going to be more legible doing it this way. I apologize, everybody. Let's try to blow it up a little bit.
Blow me up, Steven.
All right, so I put in some additional numbers here. So this is actually good because we're going to look at we'll just look at revenue, EBITDA, and cash from ops, and the multiples. I put the multiples on the bottom. So what I think is a little crazy is Broadcom has a larger market cap than Meta. Now, not taking anything away from Broadcom, but you do less than half of Meta's revenue. You generate a third of the EBITDA and not even a quarter of the cash from operations, and you're a bigger company by market cap. To me, that's insane.
I mean, are they growing that quickly that they warrant that?
They do have a lot of growth. Yes.
I'm not entirely certain of their growth, but I mean, is it outpacing that much of, say, Microsoft and Alphabet and Amazon and Meta even that it warrants?
It is. It is. I don't know by how much, but it is. But when I look at, and I don't really like price to sales or price to EBITDA, but I figured I'd throw them in just because Microsoft, Alphabet, and Amazon are putting up such huge capex numbers that I think it's better to show those in addition to the price to free cash flow, because at some point the capex spend is going to taper off or even decrease a little bit. So now I'm going to start looking at price to cash from operations and price to EBITDA. But I got to tell you, paying under 20 times all three for Meta is very interesting. And paying under 25 times for Microsoft and Alphabet's EBITDA, I got to tell you, I like it. And I think this can go higher.
So somebody's asking in the chat, which is a very good question, and I appreciate you raising your hand and speaking up. EBITDA is the official term of it is earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization. And why it's important is some people say it's a funny number, some people,
Charlie
value
Munger
it.
hates it.
Yeah. But the thing that's nice about it is sometimes when you look at net income, there's specifically stuff like real estate or very capital intensive businesses like oil and gas, or even now what we talked about with Amazon is you get depreciation costs. And so you can push down for tax incentive purposes. So you get a tax break for reinvesting or having certain type of assets. EBITDA kind of removes out some of those things. So really the blanket statement, and Steve, you're smarter than I am, so correct me if I'm wrong here, but basically you have your top line revenue, you subtract out your cost of goods sold, you subtract out your SG&A costs, and that's generally roughly your EBITDA. So you're basically looking at your kind of operating profit to an extent. And there's some differences between operating profit and EBITDA, but it's generally showing you kind of your raw profitability of your organization before you started to get into interest, taxes, depreciation, and other things. Keep in mind, though, that if you're a very debt-laden company, interest impacts are very important as well, because that obviously impacts how much you're going to be able to pay out in sort of capex and things like that as well. But if you don't have a lot of debt, like a lot of these companies, majority of them don't have a lot of debt, then the interest impact doesn't matter too much. And really, the only one that I know of that is truly impacted by depreciation to a large extent is Amazon. But with all these companies investing so much capex, the depreciation piece is going to be much more relevant, especially now that we're in this world where you have to renew all the infrastructure on a very regular basis to be able to keep up with demand.
Yeah, I mean, I'll add one thing to it.
Yeah.
Or two things. So, like a company such as Verizon, a lot of people, including myself, will look at EBITDA more closely because of how high Verizon's debt load is, in order to see if they can cover what the interest payments are and everything else. Matt's 100% correct. With a highly indebted company, EBITDA is very important. Now, the big difference, to my understanding, with operating income and EBITDA is operating income is the company's profit before you take into consideration the wear and tear on the assets with depreciation, whereas EBITDA, it's the profit before depreciation and the interest and taxes. Interest and taxes are included in operating income, if I'm not mistaken. I'd have to look at it. I haven't memorized everything. I would need to look at the income statement to look at that. But yeah, Matt's right. And they're both have their place. I'm a free cash flow person. I like free cash flow the best. But in this case, free cash flow may not be the best anymore, only because these companies are spending hand and foot over what they normally have building out these cloud data centers. So I think cash from ops, looking at the rate of growth in cash from ops, is probably for me the best. And it's really sick seeing 151 billion from this is incorrect.
What'd you do, Steven?
The first two tickers are incorrect. What happened?
How could you?
Hold on. I copy and pasted something wrong, it looks like. I apologize.
Damn it, Steven.
You know,
I should have caught that.
No, it's just
assuming a smart guy like you would never.
It's just the company names. All the numbers are correct. It's just the company names. Company names are throwing me off.
It is a funny term, though, hand over fist.
Yeah, I said hand over foot. But these companies continue to spend. And when I look at where we are in the cycle, Matt, I don't think that we're slowing down. I think we are in a position where Nvidia is going to blow the doors off this quarter. And I think Jensen's going to come out and say that the combination of these four will be spending over 600 billion a year in about 2 years. Because I think that's the trajectory at this point. How do you feel about
curious
that?
to see. I mean, I don't think that we're going to slow down, meaning that we're at the top of the capital expenditure curve, but I don't think we can increase capex to the extent of which we have. And I'd be willing to eat my hat, because as you showed earlier, like Google, based off that past quarter, is actually generating more ops cash, and therefore don't have to come out of pocket like they were before to be able to fund their capital expenditure endeavors, right? So I'm hoping that with this increase in growth, you're going to be able to potentially stay that way. So, but I just don't. I think it was very easy for companies to, where they went from Google, for example, going from 20 odd billion a year in capital expenditures or just a few years ago to where they are today. It seems like it's you're not going to have the levels of growth. I don't think. One, rule of large numbers, and then two, I just think that you're now going to be reliant upon the 20 or 30 billion, sorry, the 20 or 30% growth cap, and you can't use all of that for capex. So I don't know. I'm cautiously optimistic until I'm proven otherwise. But I think that the easy growth from capex is unfortunately gone. Not to say that it's going to disappear, but I don't think you should expect what we've seen in 24 and 25 to continue into 26, if that makes sense. The extent and the growth rate.
The rate of growth, I agree with you. Look, it's the same thing when you start becoming a bigger company with revenue generation. It's really hard to sustain a 50% plus capex allocation growth rate when you start to get to these numbers. And I want to answer this question real quick. These are as of today, and the only two companies that haven't reported are Broadcom and Nvidia. So Alphabet, Microsoft, Amazon, and Meta have reported already. They all reported last week. Within the next 2 to 3 weeks, we'll get Broadcom and Nvidia to report. So take these numbers with a grain of salt for revenue and cash from ops, because they're obviously going to grow for the bottom two.
It is crazy, though. Alphabet is at I remember seeing that it was their first 100 billion revenue quarter, right? So it was like 102 billion or something like that for the quarter, which is insane. Because I always think Amazon is the only one that could be generating over 100 billion a quarter, but here we are, and Alphabet's doing the same.
Yeah, it's freaking crazy. I just fixed the bottom table, everybody.
Damn it, Steven.
Listen, this is why we can't have nice things. This is why we can't have nice things, Matt. So I am in the camp that Nvidia is going to showcase a lot of growth, and I do believe that earnings season is going to continue to run. I'm interested in what the overnight futures market is going to have tonight, because that trade deal with China seems pretty bullish.
That starts, what, an hour, 2 hours?
Hour and a half or so?
Hour and a half. I got to get used to when things open.
Well, I mean, with where you are, the overseas market's open.
Yeah, I don't. You think I look at the FTSE?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
I'd prefer that whatever company I need to follow, the FTSE moves to the New York Stock Exchange.
I wouldn't be surprised. So we got some interesting earnings this week. I think tomorrow there's only one name that matters at this point.
What's that?
There's only one name that matters tomorrow.
Palantir.
Yeah.
The future is now.
Futures now. And then we got Robinhood, which matters for a lot of people on Thursday, I believe. So there's a lot of companies that are, this is still an important week. We'll see what happens. But for me, I'm focused on Nvidia at this point. You got the OpenAI deals, which is just insane. And when you put everything together, I'm happy I'm in Nvidia. I'm considering buying more. Oh yeah, AMD's this week. I forgot. That's going to be a good one too, to get a beat on the chip market. I was looking at ARM Holdings today. I can't understand how some of these companies are valued. I really can't.
Never can.
Never can.
Sometimes it's irrational. Super irrational sometimes.
Did Michael Burry, did he delete his tweet from the other day?
He always deletes his damn tweets. I'm not a fan of
he deleted his tweet.
I just dislike people that delete tweets.
Or was it on, hold on. Oh no, it was on a different account of his. I guess he's got two accounts. I guess he deleted his tweet and the tracker has it. He said sometimes we see bubbles, sometimes there is something to do about it. Sometimes the only winning move is to not play. Did you watch The Compound and Friends?
With the lady from the Fed?
Yes.
I didn't get to watch all of it, but it was the first half of it was phenomenal. I just finished the Elon Joe Rogan, and that blew my mind. That was fun.
I mean, she straight up said we're not in a bubble.
No, I mean, yeah, she did a good job. Yeah, I feel like I've heard her before. I remember seeing her face before, but she's not in the Fed though, right? She's just
no. She works for Wolf Financial.
Like the guy from Twitter. That's why I was confused.
No. Or maybe it's Wolf Research. Whatever it is, Wolf something.
Okay, I was gonna say Wolf Financial. Like when she said that, I was like, "You mean Gavin? Gavin from Wolf Financial?" I was like, I didn't know. I was like, I knew Gavin was big. I didn't know he was that big.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. And look, everything I'm seeing is telling me we're not in a bubble. And I've been pounding that drum for a while. I think what happened with Meta is insane. I'm still annoyed at what happened. I'm planning on putting out a post later about it. And Matt, did I go on this rant with you or not about Meta?
What about it?
That I can't stand when algos get a hold of something for no reason?
Oh, you didn't go on a big rant. You've told me that though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just, for everybody who didn't hear me, I went off because Meta, the second, it was within a millisecond of the numbers coming out that this thing sold off, and it sold off gigantically. There was no way anybody even opened up the press report. It just got clobbered by the algos, which then triggered a bunch of stop losses. Now, I can't prove that, but I'm willing to bet that that's what happened because nobody even had a second to open the press release. The conference call didn't even start. And on the conference call, Susan Lee, who's their CFO, specifically said, this was a one-time charge due to updated accounting laws that will actually help Meta's earnings in Q4 and future quarters going forward. Like, this was a nothing burger. Their cash from operations actually increased by more than $1 billion more on the spread than what they allocated toward capex. So I think Meta has just got clobbered for no reason, and I think it's going to rebound.
Well, I definitely, and I don't know if it was you and me that did chat about it, but I definitely think it's on Mark and or the rest of the executive team not to give that forewarning to analysts. I mean, we know that they're in communication a good bit, and so it just doesn't make sense to me why they didn't say, "Hey, we're going through a different tax regime now, or we're going through a regulatory item that might be abnormal. So just make sure you don't have to give them the number, right? But you have to let them know. You can forewarn people that something like that is going to kind of happen. Um, just that's yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like they could easily have said something like, if you look through the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, there's some things that might impact our balance sheet or our cash flow statement in the next couple of quarters because of that. And analysts could have then, in that respect, been able to look at the gap, which you're seeing is missed by, over $5.50, and been like, oh, okay, yeah, like maybe we shouldn't be so aggressive on what we're predicting. Like they were predicting over $7 for gap, or close to $7 for gap. And
But look at the normalized. The normalized beat by 58 cents.
well, that's what I'm saying, right? I mean,
Yeah.
so and I think that's what the algos are probably triggering onto. And I don't know. I think it's a good opportunity. I was thinking, Steven, I'm not going to
So
say
what?
what. I
mean, just look at this chart. Going into earnings, this was 750.
Yeah.
You don't
So
get that type of haircut for no reason.
please let me finish. So I was going to say, I still need to message you about what I was potentially going to buy myself. But I think instead of buying that, I might end up buying Meta shares, just because I feel like it's a good place to store capital. I mean,
This is what I'm going to tell you. No matter what you were planning on buying yourself, I would probably buy Meta shares instead if it was me.
Especially if it opens and it goes closer to 600.
Dude, if it goes closer to 600,
it's gonna be a good time. So yeah, that's I've been thinking about it. I don't know, like as much as I want to go buy myself something nice.
I have a feeling I know what you're going to buy yourself.
What am I going to buy myself, Steven?
I don't want to say it publicly because if you haven't said it, you probably don't want it publicly. I'm going to text you. Just tell me. I'm going to text you on WhatsApp. Just tell me if I'm right.
This is a fun game.
All right. It's sent.
No.
Check it. Really?
No. As much as if I could find one that I would like, then maybe, but.
Oh, so then it has to be this. Hold on. It's got to be that then. I was thinking too small. I'm sorry.
It's the latter.
Yeah. I figured. Yeah.
And it probably would be more expensive than the former.
Yeah. Let's just say that if that's what you were thinking, I would 100% be buying equities instead.
Yeah, I would too. Because I feel like there's going to be a time where the latter, well, probably both. We've already seen a deflation in both markets for those. We're talking about collectibles, guys, but not sports cards, but they're collectibles. But I still think that there's some deflation that can come out of those markets. Maybe not in the trading card arena. I think that that's still doing well. But I think the other market, especially in this interest rate environment, I think a lot of people are selling it off to be able to buy into the equity markets right now.
Yeah, I think you're going to see some things come on the market. I agree with you, especially if Meta stays like this for a little bit. But I'll say this. I don't think it's staying under 700 by the end of the year. That I don't think.
Well, I think, it's an arbitrage, right?
Yeah.
It's, buying gold now.
Dude, why is gold so ridiculous right now?
I'm buying that thick Charizard. PSA 10.
PSA 10. PSA 10.
Labubu. I'm buying that Labubu so I can hang it
Dude,
on my neck.
Is Labubu still like a big thing?
I have no idea. My niece asked me about it. She said she wanted it for Christmas. So.
Well, there's some good guesses on here. I will say that there's some good guesses.
I need that gold chain like Mitt has. I'll tell you, he's got that swag. But I'm too pale. Like, look at me. I'm too pale for gold. So I would
So you
need
get
something.
so you can get white gold or platinum.
With that, I had to ask Grok. Grok was telling me if I were to get swag, I need to get like matte black jewelry.
You know what you could do? Go get a palladium chain.
What color's palladium?
Put everybody to shame.
I'm a Paddock guy.
I
Can't afford
mean,
Paddock.
I think Matt should be a paddock guy.
All right. Did I ever tell you the story about me looking at Paddocks?
Oh, you actually went and looked at them? Good for you.
So I thought I was hot shit, right? So you guys know I have my fake Rolex that I've had for quite some time. And so I was coming back from Trinidad, and of course, when you're living overseas, you know the company takes care of you, they pay for your housing, everything like that. So I was just stacking cash, right? And so I was like, all right, I was like, I'm doing well, I'm 29, 30. I can go and check these out. So I'm hopping off the plane. It's still during the pandemic. There's a certified dealer in Houston. And I'm like, let me just go. I walk into that store, fired up. I was like, I don't work hard enough. I need to hit stocks harder. I shouldn't have even thought that I could get into that store. And so yeah, it's definitely a different league.
Tier. It's a different tier.
Yeah, different league.
So then I guess you're going to go get an AP then.
I could with what I'm potentially selling, but
Little Royal Oak.
nah. I don't know. I like watches, but
Better off in equities.
Yeah, you're right. You're not
So
wrong, Steven. Never
I
are.
do think there's a big play in Amazon, and I think there's a big play in Meta to be had right now. So I'm interested. I want to see how the next couple of weeks shake out, but we'll see. We'll see what happens, Maddie. But yeah, our cloud is going insane. Backlog is insane. And when I see these backlog numbers, it makes me think that all these freaking AI bears have no idea what they're talking about, and they don't read numbers, and they're just coming up with a biased opinion that's not based on research. And it's really freaking annoying.
You get opportunities like this, and sometimes you got to take advantage.
Agreed.
Like something like this happened in the first quarter, or I think it was the full year 2024 earnings for Rocket Lab, and it dropped from like $35 to like 16 or something stupid.
Why didn't you tell me to buy?
I don't know, Steven. Maybe I was tired. Maybe I was tired of just hitting a blank wall.
Yeah, I mean, I can see. I can understand.
But yeah, no, I mean, I think it dropped like 16, $17, and I, overnight bought like 10 or 15 grand. That's all I could afford at the time. I didn't have enough cash.
Something?
Yeah.
I watched a movie last night that I never saw before.
High School Musical?
I couldn't finish it, so I finished it this morning. I watched Jobs with Ashton Kutcher. Let me tell you, I think it's his best performance ever.
Kutcher can do a good job when he wants to.
Holy cow, did he kill that role? Like, absolutely amazing.
Yeah, you felt like you were watching Jobs.
I mean, he got all the mannerisms. Like, he had him down. Like, that was a true masterpiece of a movie. Masterpiece.
He did a really good job.
Yeah. Yeah, great movie. So I've never seen it, and it was absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, Dude, Where's My Car wasn't his best performance, too?
I'm going to say no. Although that 70s show is pretty freaking fun.
That 70s show is good. Have you seen
So,
her?
Matt, are you staying up for PLTR tomorrow?
What time is it now?
6 o'clock.
Oh, then yeah, they definitely will be live. I think, did I set it up? Let me check my calendar. I had it, all the ones that I'm supposed to be looking at this week, I put into my calendar so that way I could at least attempt.
Look at you
Tomorrow
being
for
professional, putting
yeah,
everything in your calendar.
using a calendar.
Good role model.
Yeah, I should, because it'll be yeah. And then I have Dutch Bros on Wednesday.
Oh, Dutch Bros is big. A lot of people really like Dutch Bros.
Steven, I hope it drops more so I can buy more. I would love to double, triple my position.
Dude, you love these companies.
I think there's a lot of companies right now. Dutch Bros hasn't been hit, but like Chipotle and a few of these other companies, they've been battered pretty good. I'm not saying that they're.
I haven't had Chipotle in like a decade.
I don't know why everyone's complaining. I mean, is it, you're not going to what's good? You're not going to Perry's Steakhouse or something. You're going to Chipotle. People just need to sometimes just shut up and eat their goddamn bowl. Like, I don't know. So I don't know. Yeah, I think these consumer-based companies, some of them have been getting hit pretty bad. So it could be an opportunity.
Yeah, I need to go.
Am I always impressed? Am I always impressed by Chipotle? No, but I get what I need, and I need to eat, so I get Chipotle. I don't, I never leave there being like I'm never coming back here.
Okay. Yeah, I need to go eat there and see what's up before I start doing the due diligence.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I've just seen that they got hit pretty bad. I just don't understand if it's been hit enough where it makes sense to initiate a position.
I know they got hit. I don't know why. I don't follow it, but I need to look into it.
It's a lot of people are like, they serve you too small. I'm massive, and I always leave happy. So I don't know what people are complaining about. So I don't know.
Man, I could go for some McDonald's right now.
I think you could.
I could definitely go for some McDonald's. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure it out, Matt.
Yeah, Fiserv is interesting as well. I think it was one of the same things with
what's the ticker?
FI.
Everybody's telling me to look at this.
It got slapped 50%. It's the same sort of thing, not necessarily as it got hit worse than Facebook did. Meta did.
I don't even know what they do. What do they do?
They've bought a bunch of payment processors, and so they just they're basically like Square.
A lot of free cash flow.
Yeah.
I
think what ended up happening is I think that they're in a lot of international markets. Like, for example, the vending machine downstairs here is connected to Fiserv, and so I think that they just assumed that international markets were going to grow much faster, and it turns out that they're not. So I think they have a lot of Argentinian payments, and I think that they were expecting Argentina to grow faster or something. I don't know. I need to look at it in more depth, but
it's interesting.
It's kind of like Broadcom, right? It was a small company that keeps acquiring other payment providers and cannibalizing, and I think that they own Clover. Clover, you're probably well aware, is
I've heard of them.
Square. Yeah.
Oh, look at Amit. Look at this funny guy. Amit put out 2 deep dives
I
today.
think it's better than us.
Grab and Nebius.
What do you think of Grab?
Oh, I haven't bought it, I can tell you that.
Yeah. I don't think it's horrible. I just think, I think it's a good place to put money. I'd rather put it into other things. If I had a position of if I had like 20 positions, I could maybe be convinced to have Grab in the portfolio, but I don't have 20 positions, so. But I'm rooting for everybody on it. I don't think it's a bad place. I don't think I'll say this. You'll know if I don't like the company you're invested in because I will let you know. Like people that invested in Enphase, I've been preaching for that one, since it's been over 2 years. Like I remember in midsummer 2023, everybody and their mom was trying to get into Enphase, and I was like, no, 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 please do not. And I can't believe it's been that long, but it has been because I strictly remember it's like imprinted in my memory because we all went to October. We all went October 2023 for Amit's birthday, and everybody at the time was talking about Enphase, 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 and I was like, this is not going to end well. So I like Grab. I don't. I mean, I don't have a position, but I looked at it. I think it still needs to test some of its margin expansion in some of its key areas. But if it works, I think they'll do well.
Interesting. I'm
Um,
still not buying. I don't know. I really don't like international markets that much, man. I really don't.
what was the Enphase counter thesis? I watched a lot of YouTube videos about putting together my own battery server. That's not the right term. Battery capacitors for my house if I were to buy solar, and none of them were Enphase. All the do-it-yourself were not Enphase. And so that coupled with, I think it's rare that you'll have solar usage at your home comparatively to if you're like I explained it this way, and I still think this is true. Yes, there's going to be the certain people out there that are very much into solar and they want to have their own solar kits and they want to be able to be off the grid. And I hear that and I understand that. But do you have your own oil well at your house to be able to put gasoline in your car? What about natural gas? Do you have a natural gas plant at your house? So I think to me, Enphase was particularly focused around the residential solar market. And I think solar is better when you're dealing in 500 megawatt to a gigawatt sort of capacities in large scale. And I just don't think that Enphase is in that market. And so, and then in the markets where I saw people making their own, Enphase never came up. And so it's like, I saw a lot of other companies doing extremely well. So I don't know. To me, I just saw that independent solar residential use cases were shrinking rather than growing.
Do you follow Reddit, Matt?
Very high level. I know a few people that have done really well in it.
Well, thank you for the super chat. I just went through the numbers very quickly. They had a great quarter, it looks like. It looks like they absolutely blew the doors off. Their cash from operations increased by more than 50%.
Steve's buying in.
It's really interesting. I don't know if it's a $40 billion company or not, but Let me see how quickly the growth is. Let's see if there's updated analyst estimates. I mean, all right. Maybe somebody can set me straight. The analyst community is projecting a ton of growth for years and years and years to come. Why does anybody even use Reddit? I don't understand why anybody would use Reddit. Like, if you need to know something, type it into an LLM. I don't get it.
Get him, Steve.
No, I'm serious. Like, it's not something that I look into because I just don't understand the use case around Reddit. Like, it's a freaking message board, right? Am I wrong on that? Like, it's a message
No,
board.
I mean, I've seen some places where it's really useful, and then I see some places where people just troll the shit out of each other. So
Yeah, I mean, I don't use Reddit. I've never used it, so I have no idea. My understanding was that it was a message board, so I'm probably 100% wrong on that. But yeah, the analyst numbers look interesting. If the analyst numbers end up being right, this could be very undervalued here. I mean, they're talking about huge growth, so we'll see.
yeah, I mean, some people said it really well in the chat. I mean, it depends on the moderator of the community, and if that moderator is like a power hungry piece of shit, and or sorry to use bad language, but it's the truth, and or if they are somebody of integrity. I've seen some where it's just like only him and his cronies can post, and sometimes Facebook groups can be this way as well. It's like, how do I say this? Um,
I don't have Facebook, so I wouldn't know.
yeah, so there's Facebook groups where the person that started it doesn't really want anyone else to contribute. It's for them to get famous. Like so, but then there's other ones that are literally selfless about specific groups or communities, and they just want everyone to contribute. So Reddit's the same in that respect. Like there's some Reddit groups where it's just like it's pretty much like, oh, this person can't post any links or that to information, only I can. And so they pretty much just downplay everyone else's contributions when it's meant to be a site of helping others. Um, so it just depends on what community it is.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'll do more research on it. I mean, the numbers look phenomenal going forward, so I'm going to have to do more research on it.
Yeah,
Maddie,
it's good for niche hobbies. Yeah, it's a good one to see.
I think I'm buying a new computer.
Why?
I think I want to get something crazy.
It has a fancy NVIDIA chip, or
I think I want to get something fancy because I'm hoping GTA 6 is going to be out for PC sooner than later, and I want something crazy to play it on.
is it really only going to drop for PlayStation?
Really only dropping for Xbox and PS5.
Damn.
Yeah. Crazy. I'm taking it off from work to play it, though.
I will too.
I mean, we're going to have to start our own gang.
Yeah, we have to plan it out.
So,
Plan it out
yeah,
hard.
like seriously plan it out.
Like we'll have streams leading up to it.
Oh, yeah.
Planning. I don't know if we should do those like publicly or we should do it privately. But like, I want to figure out a way. I don't know. That's the problem. Is like I should probably download GTA 5 and play that a little bit because.
Have you played it?
GTA 5, yeah, but not to nearly to the extent that I should. Yeah.
Yeah, GTA 5 is great.
Yeah, I wish I should play it more. Because like I don't know the mechanics of like gangs and stuff like that. Like, yeah.
Well, we're gonna have to create a Discord community and everything for it.
Dude, it'll be a fun time, man. Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah, it'll definitely be good. Wait, look at this. Sorry to say, guys, love you both. You guys should play more basketball outside than this. Dude, I'm over the hill. My basketball days are over. I'm not trying to blow an Achilles.
Heard it here first.
I mean, seriously. I'm not in my 20s anymore. It's all about stocks now, not going outside and playing sports. So what's on tap for the week, Matt?
A lot of meetings. I still need to figure out what night my team dinner is.
Oh, wait. Cubans are legal where you are.
Yeah.
You going to go to any shops?
I've been trying to. There's
got to be a good Davidoff shop near you.
Yeah, downtown near the one office there is. But that's not the office I check into. I go to the one on the outskirts of town. But yeah, I'm trying to find a good one of the spots. Unfortunately, at least where I'm at right now, there's no good cigar shops. I'm seeing there's vape shops and stuff, but no good cigar shops. So I got to figure out where a good cigar shop would be. But yeah, the Davidoff downtown, in like near Piccadilly is apparently a great spot.
I've always felt that their cigars were overrated, in my opinion. But I've seen videos of, and I don't know if it's a shop near you, but the shop where you are of theirs looks beautiful.
You mean in Houston or?
No, where you are now.
Yeah. That's the one I want to go see. I was hoping I still might reach out to somebody and see if on Friday if they're going to be in the office. Because if they are, then I maybe can go to that office and then in the afternoon check that place out because that would be fun.
Maddie, do you know anything about this company? Thank you so much for the super chat. LYB.
Yeah, LyondellBasell. I think they do like a lot of chemicals / plastic / I don't know if they do refining, but they might have bought some refineries recently. But I used to it got really cheap a couple years back and I bought some and I made some good money.
It's really cheap right now.
Is it?
Yeah, look at this.
I'm curious.
It's down almost 50% this year.
I'd be curious.
And I don't know what the story is. I don't know. That's a 1-year chart.
Oh, wow. Yeah, when I had sold it, it was like the 90s or 100s.
So something's definitely happening here. I don't follow the company. I just looked at the free cash flow real quick on a quarterly basis, and roughly 570 million of free cash flow. They paid out 443 million in dividends and not repurchasing any stock. So they have positive net retained free cash flow. Balance sheet, they have over 10 billion in long-term debt. So they are paying 132 million in interest. I mean, I'd want to know if they sold off a division or something, like what happened to make them have this type of huge drop in their EBITDA. Because I have no idea.
This is just refining margins? I don't know.
Yeah, Rusty, I have to do some more research on this. Look, I'll never turn down looking at an 11% yield, but I got to feel good about it because obviously something's very wrong for this company to be down almost 50% in a market that's just going crazy right now.
Well, what about like MPC or Sunoco? MPC, not NPC.
Oh, MPC.
Yeah, sorry.
Marathon's up.
They're going up. So I know 6 months ago refining margins were in the 2, but I think that they've turned around.
Yeah, I mean, the big refiners aren't they Valero and Phillips?
Yeah, Phillips. MPC is a good refiner. Valero, Sunoco.
They're saying the payout ratio on the dividend from earnings is only 57%. So here's what's their EPS is expected to grow and revenue is set to decline. Let's put it this way. The street is not worried about EPS because they have them doing $10 EPS this year, $13 next year, and $13.72 the following year. I'm going to look. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at Marathon still. God damn it.
I think you should get hot turnaround and I'm gonna hit the sheets.
All right. So here we go. LYB is expected to reduce its revenue by 27% this year, and their earnings are getting cut by more than half this year. And then the street is saying 48% next year. Look at this.
But why?
I have no idea.
Hmm.
Oh, Ned Flanders is in the chat.
Oh, you should talk and get
Ned Flanders, would you like to come on?
Should get Tanner in here and I'll get ready for my week.
Yeah, Maddie and Joy, don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Every day I try to aspire to be like you, Mr.
Listen, you just stay out of trouble because, you know, Liam Nielsen is not coming for you. So you just, you know. Ned Flanders, come on for 10 minutes. You're working. You're in front of a computer. Come on for 10 minutes, Ned Flanders.
You're a good man, Steven.
You cannot refer to Tanner as anything but Ned Flanders anymore, Matt.
I'm going to refer to him as Papa Maple.
I don't know why, but I mean, okay. All right.
Steven, you're a good man.
You're a better man. Enjoy and have fun over there.
Every day, I aspire to be more like you and Ned Flanders.
Dude, Ned Flanders, guy's legit.
Guys making the money. I'll try my best not to get put in jail for any of my tweets, but I can't make.
Oh yeah, you better be careful, man.
Yeah, I was thinking about writing some stuff earlier, and then I was like, I don't know, I might be being watched, you know.
Yeah, you should definitely wait until you're back home.
Yeah, I might have to delete X off my account. I think I tried logging in through my Google account through something earlier, and it was like, actually, we don't what was it? Agree with Google's policies or something like this. I was like, I gotta get out of here. I was about to get thrown in jail. I was like, I can't even log in through my Google account.
I'll bail you out, Matt.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, I am going to try to see Miss Tess. I just have to figure out when my nights are occupied with team dinners and stuff like that. So you'd be surprised. I have a lot of haters on the political spectrum that follow me and just dislike every post that I write. Oh, Jesus, here you go. Chat's getting toxic. Okay. All right, Mr. Steven, I'm going to leave before it gets even more toxic.
All right, Maddie.
Godspeed, brother. I'll listen and hopefully I'll be listening to you. You'll be the sweet nothings in my ear when I go to sleep.
Well, I'm probably not staying on that long because I'm certainly not going to be live when it's live. So
All right. Good man.
I may go on later tonight, though. We'll see.
Cool. All right, my man. Talk to you in a bit.
All right, later.
Cheers. Bye.
So Ned Flanders, I am not sure if you heard what I had said before, but it'll make you very excited. I went over the backlog for Amazon, Microsoft, and Alphabet. And if anything, it should make you extremely happy due to Nvidia. Amazon now has a $200 billion backlog. Microsoft has a $392 billion backlog, and Alphabet $155 billion backlog. We're probably doing Alternative Asset Weekly tonight, so I'll see. I'm probably going to do it. So what does that mean for NVIDIA? I think NVIDIA is going to blow the doors off of earnings, and I think that we're in a really good position for a melt up on NVIDIA. Oh, Matt, look at that. Yes. I wouldn't do it, Matt. So Matt just texted me. That's why I'm saying it to Mike in case he's still listening. But yeah, I'm really bullish NVIDIA right now. I think that all signs are leading to NVIDIA going higher. I think all signs are leading toward NVIDIA beating earnings and the analyst community raising guidance. If Q3 taught us anything, it's that the big are just going to get bigger. Companies still cannot get the amount of cloud that they need, and the backlog continues to grow. The capex allocation continues to grow. And not only are they growing their capex allocation, their cash from operations and their EBITDA are going gangbusters. So we're in a very healthy spot for these companies. They're laying the foundation for the next computing revolution. And I don't think that the bears are correct. I haven't thought the bears were correct for a long time. I originally came out with that very long-winded post about how the bears, I don't remember exactly what it was called, but it was the bears were wrong about AI. I got to tell you, I'm not seeing it. I don't think they're reading through Q3. I didn't think they read through Q2 earnings reports, and I think it's just a bunch of noise. So to me, NVIDIA is going to be the winner. We'll see it. I think Meta is really interesting here. I think the sell-off was unwarranted. My big gripe with Meta is that the algos got a hold of it. Stop losses most likely got triggered, and it was sold off the second the headline came out before anybody could read the first paragraph of the press release. Was sold off before the earnings call started. Anybody who listened to the earnings call knows that Susan Lee came out, who is the CFO for Meta, and said this was a $16 billion charge due to a change in accounting rules. And that change in accounting rules is going to be beneficial for them moving forward in Q4 and subsequential in 2026 and going forward. How this got sold off like that is crazy. It was $750 heading into earnings, and now it's freaking $650. I think it's an opportunity. That's just me. So we'll see. I think Meta is going to crush Q4 earnings, and I don't think that Zuck is somebody you bet against. Let's see. I'm going to take a bunch of questions and go from there. Unless Ned Flanders wants to come on for 10 minutes, he's always welcome. Ned Flanders has a link in his X if he wants to grace us with his presence. But yeah, just fire off some questions and I'll just start answering stuff, and we'll go for 15 or 20 minutes or so. Yeah, I mean, listen, the people want Ned Flanders. I did not watch Game 7, We were doing FinTech Frenzy last night. I mean, look, I can't say that I would add to Meta because I'm actually not adding, but I have a full position built out. All I can tell you is I really like the valuation here, and I think it's going to be higher in the future than it is now. TSM, I think, is a no-brainer. I mean, TSM and Nvidia, the two big winners from everything I saw last week. I don't know how to handicap freaking Palantir. I have no idea. I don't follow the trade desk. I think Micron's going to do well. I don't know a lot about individual slabs for Pokemon cards. I just buy booster boxes. Yeah, I'm excited about QXO this week. That's the thing I'm most excited about. QXO is the big one for me. That's my new one. I also want to see, do we know when BMNR is reporting? I want to see if these guys actually have an earnings call. Yep, big bad Brad. If you know, you know. Hashtag QXO. November 11th. Okay. Yeah, Brad Jacobs don't miss. I agree. I'm actually looking forward to reading. Let me link Amit's deep dive. Hold on. Why didn't it take me to? What the hell is this bullshit? Here we go. Amit put out 2 deep dives. I mean, craziness. This is a pretty big article on Nebius. He's starting to act like me now. The amount that he freaking wrote on this freaking thing. I'm looking forward to reading it. I have no idea if he's doing a future show or not. Is he not? When do the overnight markets open? If he's not doing a future show, maybe I'll come back on. Yeah, he comes on 7:40. Yeah, that's what I thought. Because don't they open at like 8? Yeah. I mean, I'm expecting futures to be up a lot on the China deal. Ripping. I mean, I haven't looked at the Asian markets, but oh, is ETH? Let's look at Ethereum. Let's have a talk about Ethereum. Let me open up the Webull app. Hold on. Do I not have? What is wrong with me? ETH, Ethereum. Oh yeah, look at that. We are ripping. Hold on. Interesting. Well, that'd be good for BMNR. Well, you know what? If that was true, I would stream all day. If that was true. Yeah, this whole daylight savings thing is freaking throwing me off. Why can't we just keep the clocks the same time all year round? I hate this back and forth stuff. Freaking annoying. Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm actively buying BMNR. I bought more BMNR last week. I bought more Ethereum last week. I'm going to try to buy more this week. I'm close to a full position on BMNR. Not quite there yet, getting close. Yeah. Over 3,900. Excited about that. Guys, look, I'm never going to say what a full position for me is. I'm not going to tell you how many shares. It's just not something I'm going to do. Because some people think it's a ridiculous amount. Some people will think it's not a ridiculous amount. And quite honestly, it's what I'm comfortable putting into it. And it doesn't matter. All that matters is that right now I'm not worried about the downturn. I think it's an opportunity for me. That's what I care about. Do we get any do we have any announcements coming out tonight that we know of? Or was the China one on last night the big one? I have no idea what percentage of the portfolio BMNR is. No idea. Look, I hate questions like that also because how do you even describe a portfolio, right? Are you counting retirement accounts? Are you talking IRAs? You're just talking straight brokerage accounts? Like, it's a lot to compute. Yeah, I mean, look, BMNR could be people's worst performer right now, depending on when you bought it. Talk baseball. Listen, the Dodgers are going to win again next year if they don't blow this team up. How about that? I mean, what a great freaking team. Yeah, listen, Amit, let me link Amit's actual deep dive page. I'm really happy that he's doing them. He's doing a great job on his Substack. Here is Amit's Substack. Please follow it. I mean, he's putting out some great content on this. Amit is putting out some great content. Yeah, I mean, look, Yamamoto's a freaking machine. Same with Shohei. I mean, it's just crazy. And in all seriousness, I'm kind of glad they won. It's a fitting end to Clayton Kershaw's career, so No, I haven't thought much about the arbitrage between prediction markets and the stock market. No, I don't have time to think about that. Listen, I'm not a Jays hater. I would have been happy either way. Don't forget, Donnie Baseball's a coach on the Blue Jays. I wanted him to get a ring. I just happen to think, look, I'm not a Dodgers fan, but you know what? I'm not going to knock them. They're a great team. They deserve to win. I'm not going to talk shit about them. You know what I mean? Whoa, what do you mean I'm an asshole to Amit? Amit's my guy. Totally, that's ridiculous. I just bust his chops about movies. Like, guy hasn't seen any freaking movies. But yeah, please go follow Amit. He is putting out really great work on there. So let's get his Substack up there. Oh, apple cobbler over pumpkin cheesecake. Come on now. Stop it with the nonsense. Apple cobbler all day. Yeah, I mean, Oakland Athletics, I don't know. I'm just worried that the Yankees aren't going to do the right thing, to be honest with you. Oh, Ethereum's pumping. Look at that. It's trying to break out. It's kind of nice. Kind of nice. Oh, nice. Somebody listened to Digital Oil from Bankless. Listen, they do a great podcast. Really good. I did not see the Gershner Altman interview. I know I need to watch. A bunch of people sent it to me. I need to figure out what I'm going to have for dinner. The hell am I going to have for dinner, everyone? It's not even 7 o'clock yet. Jeez. Gonna have no, I can't cook pasta right now. That's an ordeal. That's an ordeal. Milk in a fillet is actually a phenomenal idea. Now, milk and cookies is a snack. You can't do that for dinner. Maddie, you have me crying. Ooh, Chinese is not a bad idea. Ed, I'm feeling that. Trust me, I'm feeling that. Feeling it. So is Oreo Milk's favorite cookie? It could be. It could be. It definitely could be. But no, I'm not. I can't get. I'm not going to do red meat tonight. I'm going to do red meat tomorrow for lunch. So. Fried chicken and waffles is actually really good for those of you who haven't had it. Yeah, I may be sealing the deal on Chinese. We'll see. It does sound pretty good. Am I bullish on SoFi? I am very bullish on SoFi. I put out an article on Seeking Alpha not too long ago. I'm a reinvigorated SoFi bull. We had Tim Sweeney on last night. He's actually more bullish than me, which is bullish. So, yeah, I'm pretty bullish on him. Yeah, Tim Sweeney is a wealth of knowledge. He had some really good points. Can I look at Eli Lilly's numbers? Yes. Hold on. Eli Lilly, sure thing. I actually haven't looked at Lilly in a long time. Lilly, 862. All right, so such a big market cap for Eli Lilly. This seems ridiculous. Is that 80 times operating income? I mean, on a forward basis, Eli Lilly looks pretty interesting, considering the street has them doing 32% EPS growth next year after 80% this year, then another 22% in 2027. So, it looks interesting. I'm a little shocked at how big the growth was, but looks very interesting. Lilly could be 1,000 by the end of next year. Absolutely. Based on numbers I'm looking at, sure. I mean, look, I have Palantir at a 53% year-over-year growth rate for tomorrow. That's where I have them coming in at. When you back your way into the numbers, they should come in at 49.8% based off of guidance. Now, I don't believe they guided for Q3, but they guided for year end. And you back your way in, it was 49.8%. I think they're going to beat by a little bit. I mean, look, it's one of the most phenomenal companies I've ever seen. My gripe is valuation. I think it's insanely valued. But taking valuation out of it, it's absolutely incredible. So I think it has a 5 in front of it tomorrow. If it has a 4, I'm going to be disappointed. I think it's got a 5. And you guys know that I'm pretty critical. So we'll see. I mean, I know it's a big week for a lot of people, Palantir and Robinhood. So I hope both of them do well. Is Trump having a stream? I mean, I'm not. If Trump's having a stream and the mid's on, I'm not going to be on when the mid's on. So no, I will not. Oh, Shopify's this week also? Okay. Interesting. Oh, come on. Aqua, don't start with that. I mean, oh no. I don't think Aqua is anywhere close to being in the realm of reality with the valuation, but who knows? Yeah, I gotta tell you, a lot of people think I'm nuts, but I like Qualcomm here. I really like Qualcomm here. I think they're an undervalued company. I really do. Ice cream over custard. I like TCM. Agreed. I mean, look, meta bear case is Zuck spends like a drunken sailor and doesn't monetize AI. I mean, that's the bear case. Problem is, I don't see that happening. So I think 2026 is going to be a good year. I think 2026, the bigger going to get bigger. Here's where I'm at. If nothing happens out of the blue on a macroeconomic level, if this deal with China sticks and there's no news that is, changing anything, I think we could hit. Look, I was a 7,000 guy. Was one of the first. I was 7,000 on December 31st, 2024. I was 7,000 during the tariff war in April. I could be talked into by, obviously, what's going on with the rest of the earnings and stuff, increasing my end of year to 71 or 7,200, and then coming out with an 8,000 plus call for next year. So we'll see. But I am planning on doing a very big post tonight, maybe two of them on X. I want to do two posts to really go after the Bears. So I've been thinking a lot about it over the weekend, and I'm really annoyed at everybody who seems to discount the, what's the right word? Authenticity of AI. Because a lot of people are trying to say that this is overrated or baked in or it's not real. It's absolutely real. Yeah, and if we get a solution to the Ukraine-Russia thing, watch out. Everything's going to rip. Everything will rip higher. Ned Flanders, if you're still here, did you send the link to the thing? Because I never got it. Let me check my email. Yeah, Ned Flanders, I did not get the thing. If you're still here. Yeah, get a little sleepy. I need dinner. I need dinner. I got to figure out what I'm going to have for dinner. Got to recharge the batteries. Got to write some posts. Was thinking about writing another article tonight. I wrote an article earlier. Kind of want to write another one. Because I'm not going to be able to write one tomorrow or Tuesday because I got a lot of stuff going on. I try not to drink coffee at night. I think we're good. I think we're good for next week. Oh, I like TLT here. Oh my God. Freaking tired. Yeah, I haven't done the stream on my DD process. Not yet. At some point I will. Yeah, at this rate, I'm not writing a Palantir article until Thursday. It's definitely going to be later in the week. I just don't have the time. I mean, I am booked up with meetings all day tomorrow. No, I don't use AI to help me write articles. I've been writing on Seeking Alpha since 2018. I don't use AI. Go to the gym? No, thank you. I mean, you guys can say I'm AI confirmed. I mean, that's fine. My record speaks for itself. Like I've been writing since 2018 when there was no AI. So, and Ethereum is staying over 3,900. I like it. The quick QXO summary. Yes, I will try Walker's cookies. Absolutely. So, the very quick synopsis: Brad Jacobs has built United Rentals, United Waste, XPO through mergers and acquisitions. He's done more than 500 in his career. He's looking to do this in the fragmented building market. There's over 7,000 distributors of building products. He just bought Beacon Roofing for 11.6 billion. He's looking to streamline and overhaul their technological stack and acquire a bunch of other smaller companies and create efficiencies and organically grow through M&A activity. He's looking to build this into a $50 billion revenue company. Right now, it's a 12 billion market cap. So if you can get a 1-to-1 sales, that's a 4x from where we are. Kushner's on the board. He owns 32 million shares, I think. And I think we're going to see an increased demand for roofing and building products because inclement weather is getting more intense. The median average age of a home is 40 years. There's more repairs needed to roofs, windows, shingles, and all those types of things. Then you have interest rates coming down, so people are more inclined to do repairs. And we have a shortage of houses in the country. So in a low rate environment, I believe that the builders will increase their production of houses, and that would mean more revenue for QXO. So that's the really quick synopsis. Did Stephanie Link buy QXO? I did not know that. Well, while every roof should be replaced every 20 years, we know that doesn't happen. Biggest thing I'm looking for on QXO's earnings, I want to see what mergers and acquisitions they've done. Probably not buying any more jumbo boxes unless I can get them around the price I paid. I mean, I paid $230 for mine, so I didn't have time to go through the actuary report yet. I know it went down a little bit. It is what it is. They actually increased EPS, I believe. So, yeah, look, you guys know I don't get political, but at the end of the day, when Kushner's on the board and he has a big position, that's probably a bullish thing. Oh, what cereal goes best with milk? I mean, I'm going to have to agree with Chef Paul. Cinnamon Toast Crunch is fire. But so is Honey Nut Cheerios, so is Captain Crunch. But there's something about Cinnamon Toast Crunch that's just fire. Yeah, QXO is an interesting play on rates. I mean, that's not a political thing. Kushner is on the board. Kushner has a big position. And given that the administration is going to be in office for another 3.5 years, I mean, that's definitely not a negative. Certainly not political. It's the facts. Yeah, Frosted Flakes. Wow. Frosted Flakes is definitely fire with milk. Agreed. No, I do not think the Netflix should be part of the Mag 7. Fruit Loops are pretty damn good too, Michelle. I gotta tell you, you're right. Pizza's always a great idea. You can have pizza for anything, breakfast, lunch, or dinner. I'm with it. The only thing I can say about BMNR over Ethereum, and look, I own both. I'm actively buying both. BMNR can stake, they can restake, and they can restake through DeFi. So I'm interested to see what type of yield they can create from that. Look, right now, Meta to me is the cheapest Mag 7 stock, and then I really like Amazon next. I actually wrote an article on Amazon today. I'll probably be out on Tuesday. Is Trump really coming on at 7:30? I have no idea if he is or he isn't. Yeah, I'll agree with that. Meta at 650 is similar to Alphabet earlier in the year. All right, everybody. I'm going to get going. I'm going to go get some dinner. I will probably come back on later tonight. If not, Chris and I will be on tomorrow evening. Please watch Amit. Amit is starting at 7:45 or 7:30. So please watch him. I'll be tuning in there. And please go to his deep dives on Substack. Have a good night, everybody. And when you join Amit, put CRN, please. I will talk to you later. Have a good night, everybody.